Hello, my name is Simon. I am a student at the University of Arizona Global Campus. I will be presenting a sociological study of the case study entitled The Life of Maria. This is Maria, and as you can see, Maria is a 22-year-old paraplegic who is living her best life despite her restrictions. Marie was not born this way. If you knew the details of her upbringing, you probably would conclude that she was much better off now than when she was as a child. You see, Marie grew up in a dysfunctional home. Her mother was an addict to prescription pills, and her dad was an abusive alcoholic who constantly molested her until the age of 14. The only reason it stopped was because Marie was in a near-fatal car accident that killed her younger brother and left her paralyzed from the waist down. Marie felt like her life was cursed and that she was obviously not meant to be born. Therefore, she began to try to take her own life. After several failed attempts, she nearly succeeded in her final one, which awarded her admission to a mental health and wellness facility. It was at this point in her life when things began to change. Before we get too inundated with the story, I would like to point out the various sociological perspectives encapsulated in this case study. The first one we will take a look at is the fundamentalist theory. This theory is evident by Marie's middle-class working family doing their part to support the whole of society, despite the dysfunctions that were going on within their home. Then there is the victimization theory, as evident by Marie's suffering at the hands of her father. Next, we have the crib theory, manifested after the accident through exploring and realizing what life is like for a paraplegic. Then, of course, there's the feminist theory, which permits us to evaluate and consider the gender inequalities Marie faced by being a young woman. And then finally, intersectionality theory, which is presented throughout this entire case study. As a matter of fact, let's take a closer look at this one. Intersectionality is a term that was introduced to us by a professor at UCLA School of Law by the name of Kimberly Crenshaw. She is also a civil rights activist and supporter of the critical race theory. Professor Crenshaw discovered intersectionality through the distorted lens of society's view on race, gender, and social class. Her cognition created a framework for the critique and dissecting of those who fit into at least two or more sociological perspectives. But in the grand scheme of things, the famous contributor to the field of sociology is Professor Anthony Giddens. Through his theoretical immersion, Dr. Giddens' concept is proven in the life of Marie as evident by his belief that our identity depends on our ability to maintain a story about our life. And out of the many experiences we have, we attempt to create understandable accounts of our past, present, and future. There are others who have created beautiful accounts of their life. One in particular is the famous model and spokesperson, Tamara Mina. You see, the theory of social phenomenology allows us to see the role our awareness play in the development of our social construct. Tamar and Marie share in similar sociological perspectives, perspectives that came about by Amelia Durkheim, classical functionalist theory, as evident that social facts are things that have control over us. We are either permitted by them or hindered by them. Finally, I would like to leave you with the most valuable lesson to learn in analyzing Maria's life. And that is, fate can deliver blows that are unexpected, but it can also present opportunities that are unimaginable. Thank you.